But let me tell you something. When you saw the world through Grandma's eyes, it was a different world. I remember I was 15, I'm walking down the block with her. I go, Grandma, see that guy just got out of jail, armed robbery. But maybe he wasn't hungry. Grandma, look, chicken cutlets are up 2 cents a pound. Gordulo disgrazi out of this. This is Freddie Rubino here, and you're watching 3 Shades of Whatever. Whatever, man. Whatever.
Magic in the movies. Get better and better.
Hi! What's up, Hog family? Welcome back to another reaction here at 3 Shades of Whatever. We got some more Tom, Greg. Some more Tom. Me and you, Greg. Me and you get to do Tom. Me and you. That was possible. I didn't mean it that way. We get to react to Tom. Me and you. Me and you get to react to Tom. Me and you.
I like the second version better, although
it was much better. Just saying.
The former might be interesting. Maybe.
It's not Tuesday.
Anyway.
Yes. I see on the thumbnail here he's wearing a blue hoodie and a red hoodie. What could that stand for?
Me versus you.
Yeah. Oh, it's me versus you. Okay, my bad. I thought it was me and you. That's my fault. Yeah. Me versus you.
No, it's called Me versus You. I'm thinking we're gonna get another political red pill versus blue pill.
That's what I'm thinking exactly, because he's wearing red and blue. I mean, duh.
Yeah, I mean that's the thumbnail I could see, and you just pulled that thumbnail up. This is the first time I'm seeing this.
I haven't seen it either.
This thumbnail. So I mean, listen, I think Tom MacDonald speaks a lot of truth. I agree with a lot of things. I don't agree with everything, but I think it's really weird to agree with everything.
Yeah,
I also think it's really weird that in this country it's not okay to disagree with anything. Why can't people disagree without getting all butt hurt and tingly and all messed up inside?
It's silly. I mean, I was literally having a conversation about that today. I spent today watching my buddy playing Expansion League doing Warhammer. He had me helping him film it. And it was actually pretty damn interesting. I'm not going to lie. There was a lot of people there playing Warhammer. It was crazy the way people really get deep into it, man. It was actually kind of interesting. That being said, the 3 people that went together was me, my buddy who's a black guy, my other buddy who's a Puerto Rican. So we were just as 3 diverse as you can get. And we actually ended up having a conversation about how people can't have conversations anymore. It's just all BS. Like me and my buddies, we have a lot of different views on a lot of different things, but we sit down and we converse. We don't argue. We don't say you should think my way, I should think your way, blah blah blah. It's nothing like that. We actually talk, which is very lost nowadays.
I feel like people should try to have a conversation. If you're talking about politics, maybe talk about one single, what's the right word? Policy.
Yes.
One single policy, eliminate the choices between red and blue, and talk about what you think about that particular policy without the emotion of, I mean, if you just say Biden or say Trump to certain people, people are like, ah!
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know, it's people are just...
I will say,
sensitive.
I will say, like, lately I've even had other people laughing at certain things that I found funny that, you know, Biden has a lot of blunders nowadays, right? The man is slipping pretty quickly into senility. It's obvious.
It's a shame.
It is a shame. It makes me feel bad. Dude should be in a home having some ice cream somewhere. I'm just saying. But that's not the point. The point is, I was laughing pretty good at his latest blunder.
I'm tired, man. Can we sit?
You know what's crazy, though? He was trying to sit on that chair, and that was a pretty bad blunder. And the fact that Jill Biden had to take him off the stage
whisked his ass away
preemptively. Preemptively. There's been like 3 or 4 blunders after that.
Has it really? I haven't seen any more since. Jeez.
Yes, there has been. When he's just him generally walking now looks like a blunder. The thing that sucks for him is this assuming that he has some form of dementia, and if the viewers do not if the viewers do not know, I'm a nurse. I work in the emergency room, but in the emergency room, we get a lot of elderly with dementia, and I see the different stages of it and what happens to people over time. And sometimes this is an exponential growth sort of thing. It kind of gets really bad really fast.
Yeah.
And my biggest thing is in 2 weeks from when we're recording this, there's supposed to be a debate.
Oh, my good God.
And it looks like, he's deteriorated to the point where I don't think he can debate. I'm assuming he's just going to
Everybody says
memorize.
behind closed doors, my man's lucid, so I guess we're really going to find out that night.
I hope he is, but,
Doesn't seem it to me, but I'm just saying.
It doesn't seem that way. Now, just because I'm saying that doesn't mean I'm rooting for him to be that way. It's just that's what my two eyes see. Because if you put on a certain news station, they'll be like, no, Biden's totally lucid. He's
That's
totally great.
crazy,
He's totally fine. He knows exactly what's going on at all times. And it's like, do us all Americans don't have eyes?
Dude, that's all it is. Like, anybody could see it. The only people that don't agree with it are the ones that are so hardcore on the left that they can't admit for some weird reason that the dude is gone.
And his wife, Jill, which I respect, she's fine. And I know she has to say these things. It's not like she's going to say anything against him.
Mm-hmm. Of course not.
But she says, this election isn't about age. Biden's 82 or 81 and Trump is 78.
Mm-hmm.
She said the ages and they're only 3 years apart. So she's using the number being close together as like it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
But come on. Cognitively where you are cognitively is much different where you are with age. There could be somebody who's 60 years old with advanced dementia and don't know where they are.
Correct.
But right now, if you look at Donald Trump, he is actually lucid and with it and could have long
That's
conversations.
true.
He just
He
did
is.
a 2-hour podcast on impulsive.
Yeah, there is no
Just
way.
free
Did he really do
talking.
that? Did he do impulsive?
He did do that.
Now,
He did do that.
there's no way that Biden could do that. And I'm not trying to be mean or try to put down any parties or any of that shit. I am not that guy. But do you really believe that dude could pull off a 2-hour conversation at random?
He can't.
There's no way.
So the fact that people are trying to say, certain news stations are trying to say Biden's okay, and then Jill tries to say it's not about age.
Yeah.
You're treating people like they're
It's about
stupid.
lucidity. That's what it's about.
Yeah, I mean, Trump at 78. I have had patients who are 96.
They're lucid as hell.
Are completely with it. Mm-hmm. You ask patients 3 questions when they come in. Do you know where you are? Do you know your name? Do you know what year it is? Do you know who the president is? Sometimes 4 questions.
Mm-hmm.
But the 3 main questions to get your orientation level. Mm-hmm. When Biden gets to the point where he doesn't know his name, he doesn't know where he is, he doesn't know what year it is, and if he doesn't know who the president is, then we really got a problem.
I don't think he's there yet, to be honest.
But that's where it goes.
It
when
does.
People with dementia, assuming he has some form of it, a lot of old people do, people eventually get to the point where you're like, do you know where you are right now? And they're like, no.
I like oranges.
Or they just, I like turtles.
Yes.
So, not to get into that long
we
discussion.
can get going on all this stuff.
Cut
it's
a lot of that
Tom.
shit out.
Tom sparks these conversations. Okay, even just by wearing a fucking red and a blue hoodie. Look, boom, conversation. It automatically starts. The guy is a conversation starter. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the video.
Let's do it.
I'm the one that you hate for making America great, and I'm the one who's trying to build back better. We ain't the same. Yeah, you're right. There's a difference. Y'all are woke and we're awake. What a joke. Does white privilege have something to say? Your president drove the country into the ground. The crime rate is through the roof. There ain't no jobs to be found. Inflation going up. My kids need food in their mouths. You put the fake news on every TV screen in my house. Hold up. Your president a racist, homophobic. Tried to overthrow democracy and everybody knows it. He will never make America great again like the slogan. He a white supremacist, just like all of you who voted. That is not facts. All you woke morons do is talk trash. Drag queens in classrooms hate anyone who's not black. You're pro-white, you know that's what the Klan members are, right? You're anti-LGBTQ, then why they always on your mind? Bro, you're a boy, you're a girl, stop playing stupid. You screwing up the youth and all the children are our future. You don't care about the kids, look at all the school shootings. You're pro-gun, it's your fault, stop making those excuses. You think anyone who don't agree with you is just a bigot. You're a fascist, you're a Nazi. You just mad because you triggered. You're just jealous of the left because we're progressive and we're winning. Now I'm tripping that you won the election because you rigged it. They put you on the left. They put you on.
Oh, wow. Dude, he just literally gave both arguments from both sides about everything.
He definitely did. He did a good job in trying to represent both sides. Now, just a critique. Let's just say if you told me before I even heard that whole first verse that you were telling me that Tom MacDonald would have to represent the blue and the red at the same time, I'd say the only weakness with that possible position is obviously he leans a little more towards the red side, which is totally fine. So is he going to approach this with a little more pro-red? I think he did a good job.
I think he did a good job, but yes,
first verse.
I don't know. Just to me, because of the arguments being made by the blue, that there's certain things that I could say that it did seem more pro-red in that verse. But that's just probably more just my way of thinking about it. Because like I've said before, I don't have allegiance. I do have and lean more towards conservative values, but I don't ever knock anybody for their way of thinking. You know,
it's policy by policy.
Yes,
me.
that's how I am.
It doesn't matter.
Look, I voted Democrat in my life. I voted Republican in my life. I don't vote by party. I vote for who I think is best for the job at the time. That's it.
Should we go over? So hold on.
Yeah, let's hear what he said.
I'm the one that you hate for making America great. I'm the one who's trying to build back better. We ain't the same. Yeah, you're right. There's a difference. Y'all are woke and we're awake. What a joke. Does white privilege have something to say? Yeah, I think the response to arguments where you use like bigot or white privilege or you're racist or whatever.
It's easy because you got no thought process. You can't make an argument, so you just jump to fucking name calling.
That's the issue, and there's a lot of it.
There's
everywhere. So much of it to the point where it doesn't. There's a lot of people who would agree it's losing meaning. It's losing meaning. Being racist, being a bigot, being this or that. It's like I don't even know what's real anymore because everybody says they call everybody's a racist. And I'm like, and here's the thing. In this video, he's showing the red versus blue and all that stuff. In real life, in everyday life, most people go to work, they get along, they go home, they do it again the next day. America's pretty awesome if you actually think about it.
I agree. We get the most opportunity more than any other country in the world here. Period. That is not facts. All you woke morons do is talk trash. Drag queens in classrooms hate everyone who's not black. You're pro-white. You know that's what the Klan members are, right? You're anti-LGBTQ. Then why are they always on your mind? Bro, you're a boy. You're a girl. Stop playing stupid. You're screwing with the youth, and the children are our future. That's the only part that really crawls on my ass about the whole movement. Is just I don't understand what the fuck they need to involve children with it in. Like, look, if you're a grown person of lucid mind, all that shit, and you want to do you and change who you are, and you've gone through all the steps and the actual maturing of the mind, and you still make these decisions, I would never fucking tell you don't do it. Do whatever makes you happy. Don't ever chop off your shit, though. Keep your shit. Don't take the fake tunnel. It's no. Don't do it. Don't do it. There ain't no putting it back. There ain't no putting it back.
There ain't no coming back. There ain't no coming back.
I choppy, y'all pee. Anyway. Yeah. That's from a wrestler in the 90s. Anyway.
But yeah, it's just, I don't understand the obsession. Like, even the silly thing, like, when you see these drag queens reading to children, right? These little reading shows. Like, I've had friends that, like, say to me, like, well, why do you care? Why do you care who reads to kids? My point is, why do they need...
It's our kids.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the even bigger issue with it, is why do they need a child audience? Do you feel me?
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous.
I've been to drag shows. They're fucking hilarious. Hilarious for adults. Sorry.
The whole thing when it comes to kids, gender affirming care.
Come on,
I don't agree with it.
No.
Okay, why? Mostly because of technology and the way we're doing it, it isn't there. When you mess with someone's hormones at a young age, they do not develop into normal human beings. I don't agree with it.
I don't either.
Just because I don't agree with gender affirming care doesn't mean that I disagree with being trans.
No, you're anti-trans, Greg. You're anti-trans. You can't say that.
That's the whole point.
Damn it.
If I make that point and
you're
I try to make
transphobic.
if I try to make a scientific argument, I can't be called a name in return.
Give me an argument back.
Because
give me an argument.
Correct. You
But they
just
don't
tell
have
me
one.
what you think is good about gender affirming care.
Yeah.
We have a discussion and we move on. I also don't believe sexuality should be in the classrooms. It's just me.
Absolutely not.
A lot of people agree with me. Some people disagree with me. That's okay. We could talk about it. The point is don't call me a racist, homophobic piece
Dude,
of shit,
when
this,
we
that,
were
and the other
young,
thing,
the
because
only
I have a
time-
brain.
The only time sex was involved in school was when we had sex ed. Now they're talking about it in fucking what year did you start sex ed? Was it like 4th grade? You feel me? And now they're trying to tell that shit in like kindergarten. It's like, come on,
It's
dog.
more like, I think 8th grade or something.
No.
like
I mean, I think my
Seventh,
first
eighth grade.
sex ed class was 4th grade. I'm pretty sure because we took like a semester off of gym class and we were doing sex ed. You know what I mean? And they were just teaching about the basic biology, who's got what and all that kind of shit. They weren't like talking about like the stuff they talk about and send out in the libraries at schools nowadays. You've seen the freaking videos of the parents. Holy shit, dude. How is that okay? I don't get it. We're getting down the rabbit hole.
I don't get it either. Yeah, no rabbit holes. Bro, you're a boy, you're a girl. Stop playing stupid. You're screwing up the youth and the children of our future. To a point, I agree with that statement. If when you're trying to give it to the kids too much, I do agree with that statement.
That's
that doesn't
exactly
mean I'm
right.
against trans.
I'm not against trans. I'm against
you don't
doing
care?
it to kids. Leave them the fuck alone. Like, dude, seriously, how many kids did you know? Like, when you were young, if you saw a little boy that was playing with dolls and shit, like, that kid's gonna be gay when he's older. Who the fuck cares? He's jumping rope. We're playing with trucks. We're playing baseball. He's out there in a dress. Who the fuck cares? That's what they did, little boys and shit like that. But now, if they do that shit, he was meant to be a girl. Let's chop off his little pecker and let's make him into one. What the fuck? When did that become the norm?
Well, a lot of people agree with you, so and that's the reason why, because it's pretty much common sense. Then he says, you don't care about the kids. Look at the school shootings. You're pro-gun. It's your fault. Stop making those excuses. That little point right there. That can be argued one way or the other. I do believe guns kill people. I do. Sorry, scratch that.
People kill people.
I believe people
Guns are
kill
just the
people.
instrument.
Guns have been around for a long period of time, but the school shootings didn't start till a certain period. I don't know why it started when it did, and then it kept happening.
I agree.
I believe in both. I believe in legislation that makes sense, but I do not believe in the government saying we have to take your guns at the same time.
What I think is we should have a better vetting system for who gets them legally. You know what I mean? You should have to go through testing and shit like that. Because the biggest problem is if you take the guns from all the law-abiding citizens, then who has all the guns? The goddamn criminals. That makes no sense. You're only disarming the law-abiding citizens.
And also, when you disarm a people and the government wants to take you over, you have no fight against anything.
And
now,
even
I
the
understand
government.
that. I understand that people feel safe right now. They're like, oh, that's not going to happen. I think Joe Biden made a statement. He was basically saying like, oh, you don't need those guns. You need F-18s to like beat us, like beat the government. I think he said that somewhere recently in a speech or in the last couple of years, basically saying like, well, guns aren't going to help you if you don't have an F-18. And it's like, that is not how it works.
F-18s don't fight ground warfare. Sorry.
Imagine if this country, there was a thing where everything broke down. Okay, you having the ability to defend yourself is a big deal, and people coming together and being able to do that. People are used to everything being like kind of safe. Oh, we don't get invaded, or this doesn't happen, or that doesn't happen. But let me tell you something: if we have an economic fallout and something happens where everything breaks down,
you know who
you're going to be
here?
liking your friends.
You know why?
People with lots of guns.
Wolverines!
I sent you it the other day. You know why we don't get invaded here in America, right? Because we have one thing that other countries don't have. Rednecks.
Good old boys with an arsenal in their basement that have been waiting for just such an occasion. Foreign troops land in the South, there'll be a line of pickup trucks and NASCARs heading down I-95. Marines will show up 3 hours later, nothing but beer cans and shotgun shells. What the hell happened here? War's over, baby!
America, fuck yeah! You think anyone who don't agree with you is just a bigot. You're a fascist, you're a Nazi, you're just mad because you're triggered. You're just jealous of the left because we're progressive and we're winning. Nah, I'm tripping that you won the election because you rigged it. Now, you know,
I can't
do
go
agree
anywhere
with
and say that. I can't say if it was rigged or not. I don't pay attention like that.
I 1,000% agree with the name calling. You're a fascist. You're a this.
Oh,
you're a
that's
that.
100%
you're a bigot,
correct.
You're.
Fact.
I'm tired of hearing
Large
it. Who
fact.
cares? You know, I don't even agree with some of those things on that side of the aisle that are being called bigot and fascist and all that stuff. It's
Absolutely
totally
not.
ridiculous. And, you know, that name calling needs to stop.
Well, when you
it
have
comes to the
nothing else,
election-
what do children do? Even kids do it. Yeah. Well, you're ugly. It's the same shit.
I know. It's like children.
That's what it is. If you have
Politicians
no good
become
argument,
similar to children.
totally. You have no good argument, so you name call. Your mom's fat. Okay. My policy's
and
still better than
then-
yours.
With the election being rigged, it could be just, you know.
Yeah, I can't
I've
talk
been
on that.
saying
I don't know enough.
It could go either way in the sense that so many people voted against Trump and they were voting for it. And then also, I did hear, like, when it came to strategy, the Democrats were working a lot harder to basically, like, find and really like try to go out there and find people who would do mail-in balloting, where a lot of like on the Republican side they weren't focusing in on
Yeah.
that
I
as
see what
much.
you're saying.
Who knows?
All right, let's get
But,
back into
all
this.
right, I think-
We got a long way to go.
Yeah.
Us of the left because we're progressive and we're winning. Now I'm tripping that you won the election because you rigged it. They put you on the left, they put you on the right. They tell you what to hate, then they tell you who to fight. Till
Right.
you're screaming, screaming. They put you on the right, they put you on the left. They tell you who to
This
hate.
is the
They do
literal
anything to
conversation
get
me and my
you
buddies had today.
Screaming. My president draining the swamp, we building walls. Your president opened the border for one and all. Now there's murderers and criminals evading the law. Walking right into America, our safety is gone. Well, my president ended pandemic, saved the economy, and introduced legislation fighting for our equality. His son smokes crack. I don't care about that, honestly. He's raising all our wages. He can't raise his children properly. You obviously pro-life. A woman's choice is your right. I feel like abortion is important and you don't like. You're treating it like birth control. You're treating them like your wife. I said that all lives matter and I also meant unborn life. You're so clever, go ahead, make your little memes while we're bringing home the soldiers who were in the Middle East. Okay, you brought the soldiers home, but then you burnt the flag and took a knee and left the men who fought for all our freedom homeless on the street. Build back better, there'll be violence and riots until you Bible thumpers learn to fall in line and trust the science. We ain't ever backing down from all you pedos and tyrants. The right is fighting the system, the left designed to divide us. And that is clown talk, all you got is mean tweets. It's free speech, call the cops, dog, you defunded the police. This country will be better off without all you freaks. This is America, homie, if you don't like it, you can leave.
Yo, he is doing really well with this one.
Well, I was going to say, actually, I was going to disagree. I was going to say the bias came out on that first.
Oh, okay,
Like,
fair enough. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about how he's piecing it all together. It's like it's really done well.
Yeah, he pieced that so the red could body slam the blue.
It did
there,
seem that
I
way a
think.
bit. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah,
And that's listen.
But again,
that's okay.
that might just be our bias because you got to think about this. Now, if a guy that leans more towards liberal or a woman, I'm not saying anybody that leans more towards left way of thinking, they might see what he's saying on the left side as the truth. That he's maybe they would hear it as he's standing up for the left. You know what I'm saying?
Well, there are certain lines where he says, like, you Bible thumpers need to go get in line and trust the science.
But that's how they talk.
I think. I don't know if they say it particularly like that. He framed that like get in line and trust the science.
I'm pretty sure
He
I've heard
he
almost
framed
that verbatim online.
Yeah, I'm not saying people haven't said it, but
Yeah.
I'm saying, you know, and listen, there's nothing wrong with the verse. I'm just saying I think he has the red side.
No, I do
whooping some
agree that it
ass.
does sound that way. Yeah, I do.
But
But I guess
you
since
know,
I lean
without-
more that way, that I don't know, it hit home a little easier for me.
Without going too deep, I mean, the first thing he brings up about, you know, my president draining the swamp, we building walls, your president opened the border for one and all. Just that little like statement right there. That seems pretty true.
It does. Just the draining of the swamp. I've never liked that term personally.
Not the swamp part, but the border wall part.
No, that is absolutely true. Because look, Biden is the first president in our history that just opened the door and said, "Sure, come on in. Anybody, come on, let's go."
Well, I don't understand because I feel like previous presidents in my whole lifetime campaigned on being tough on immigration. Because here's the deal.
Including Obama, sir. Including. I'm just saying. He was very tough.
Right, so-
you know, we're going to close our borders and we're going to get tough on immigration. They're not going to just come walk in here. You know what I mean? What the?
Yeah, and all of a sudden, when Trump said build a wall, they labeled that as a racist thing,
Which is silly to
then
me.
all of a sudden, like border security became like it became like everyone was against it.
It was a political ploy. Yeah, everybody was like, we need to just let people in. Dude, if we don't have borders, we don't have a country. That's what people don't understand. Borders make the land. If we just let any jerk-offs in here, they can do anything they want. Period. I do truly believe that there are some people that are coming here just looking for a better life. I absolutely believe that. But is it all of them? I don't believe that at all.
That doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
None of that matters.
It doesn't. Do it the right way. We bring in like 2 million fucking immigrants a year legally. Why do we need 15,000 fucking coming across a month illegally? Why?
That's the whole point. I heard like people like AOC say it's not a border crisis, it's a humanitarian crisis. Now, this is the thing about policies and topics and things that people just need to talk out. If you were talking, me and her disagree on border control, controlling the border. Me and her are going to disagree on that.
Yeah,
I could agree with her, however, that there is a humanitarian crisis. Just because that humanitarian crisis exists does not mean that we should open our borders. Because at the end of the day, we don't have enough room and space to just save everybody. Now, America is a very rich country. However, we need to do things in a certain way. We are a nation of immigrants.
Period.
But we also have a population of 360 million plus. We need to take care of our own and do things properly. You can't become citizens of so many countries in this world. The border is just wide open. We got sanctuary cities. People are just going there. We don't know where they're from. They do get vetted. However, look, that doesn't mean all these people are bad. All these people are good. The bottom line is like, the best thing America could do is let people in legally and give them a real chance. And we cannot fix all of the world's problems.
Why do we have to?
We have an egocentric way of thinking that we can. We can't.
No.
It's clear that we can't.
Out all you freaks. This is America, homie. If you don't like it, you can leave. They put you on the left, they put you on the right. They tell you what to hate, then they tell you who to fight till you're screaming.
It's literally the reason why I don't have allegiance to a party.
They put you on the right, they put you on the left.
Because I will not be
they tell
like
you
that.
Who to hate, they do anything to get you screaming. Screaming. No president will ever give a damn about the truth. It don't matter who's the winner, cause the people always lose. No president will ever break the system from inside. It's a deep state plan dividing us into sides. It don't matter if you're left, right, black, white, red, blue, conservative or liberal, rich, poor, me, you, Republican or Democrat, old, young, mean, cool. They promise us our freedom, but then all we get is free doom. They put you on the left, they put you on the right. They tell you what to hate, then they tell you who to fight till you're screaming. Screaming. They put you on the right, they put you on the left. They tell you who to hate, they do anything to get you screaming. Screaming.
I love the message of that one.
I like the last line where he's basically trying to say, like, they're putting us in these categories and we're fighting. And it's true. People are like, I hate you, you hate. That is a 1,000% true. Again,
Absolutely.
Going back to like the border wall. Like, can two people on both sides of the equation just have a common sense conversation? For instance, I don't want to hear that the idea of the border wall is racist. For instance, let's just say we're talking about how do we secure the border, and I say, well, the border wall might be a good idea. What I want to have a discussion about is it possible to actually build a border wall from one coast to the next? Is it even feasible? How effective
it would take years
it be?
upon years, but it is feasible.
Right.
Just it takes a long time.
I don't want to hear that like, oh, well, that's bigoted and racist. It's like, no, we have fentanyl coming in this country. If we build a wall, will it actually help? Or do we need other forms of security like drones and all that other stuff? What mixture of different things can we do to secure the southern border? That's what I want to talk about. I don't want to talk about Trump said something mean about Mexican people.
They're not going to say it anymore. I forgot I saw this the other day. I just looked it up to make sure that I was right. is it looks like Biden recently is trying to continue the wall now.
Yeah, he's doing it like an emergency kind of thing, like last minute.
Yeah, but
it seems.
Isn't it like way too little, way too fucking late?
Well, people are going to think that. You know,
That's what
people
it
are going to
seems
think
to
it's
me.
too little, too late.
It's
I'm
like
still glad
it's like
he's
making a
doing
push
it.
for votes. To be honest,
Right, and that's what politics is.
I know.
That's
But is
fine.
anybody be like, hey, he's building our wall? We better get out there and support that Biden. Yeah, he's got us back now. He wants that wall built. Let's get a moat too. We got some gators. Let's get some gators.
Build back better, motherfucker.
It's just, I'm just looking for. Yeah, imagine that. That'd be hilarious. Wearing a Bud Light shirt. Tom, it's another fucking home run. I mean, I personally really like how we put this together a lot. I thought it was really well done, and I'm impressed as usual with it. Nova, as always, fire on the visuals. The video was fantastic. I can't wait for more, but I do want to ask you guys something. What older Tom song would you like to hear from us? Because there's so much out there that we haven't heard. Where should we go next? Since this just dropped, he's probably not, I don't know when he's putting out another one, but we have time here to maybe hit something old. So why don't you let us know in the comments what you think we should get from Tom next? Yes.
Yeah, love thy neighbor. People
Yes.
don't really fight like that in real life. Red and blue bullshit.
Nah, man. Like I said,
be more like Tom. Be nice to people.
the chorus, me and my buddies were literally having that conversation today while sitting having Chinese. A black dude, a white dude, and a Puerto Rican dude sitting in a Chinese restaurant talking about that.
America,
Fuck yeah!